Alright, welcome back to my channel. So this is where I decided that I would kind of go row by row and tell you guys about my favorite DVDs that I have in my collection and why they're my favorite and all of that good stuff. Also, please ignore that trash. I forgot to pick it up. So, on the first row, I will note I have my collection alphabetically sorted for the most part. So for like what I've already seen for the most part, just so you guys have a base understanding of my sorting situation. So anyway, on this row, I guess I should have kind of marked it so you guys knew or at least so that way I knew what my favorite ones were on this one. So to highlight, this is basically just a highlight of my favorite movies on this shelf. Really there's only a few, there's only a few to highlight here. We've got the live action versions of Alice in Wonderland, the one with Johnny Depp in them. They're some of my favorite films. They're just very comforting and like very whimsical and magical and weird. So I really enjoy them. Breakfast Club, I mean, it's a classic. I know I didn't have it highlighted, but it's a classic. Let's see. So Coraline, as you guys know, it's also a classic. It's kind of just fun and a little bit creepy and just a classic. So the last one that I actually have highlighted on here is Johnny Depp's Crybaby movie. It was also really weird. Well, I say really weird. It was pretty weird. If you guys haven't seen it, I would recommend doing so. It's got a lot of music in it. It's got kind of like your, oh goodness, like your 1950s love story between like a dangerous boy, bad boy, and a sweet, innocent girl. It is so cute. Again, kind of weird, but something that I really enjoyed. Yeah, so I think that kind of covers it for this row. I do have different favorites depending on the day, and my mood, but those are the ones that I kind of find myself drawn to over and, time and time again. So moving on, I'm just gonna I think I'll just do it all in one here. So moving on to my second row, some of my favorites you guys will see are like the musicals or kind of like the older ones that I have seen. Let's see, Jennifer's Body is one. Legally Blonde, I've been wanting to rewatch that one actually, I think. So on this one, I just have a few highlights to note. Get Smart, it's super funny. It's like a little spy movie. It's got some like double cross action. It's, Steve Carell and Hathaway, The Rock. Something that I will say is that I am kind of a fan of The Rock. I've got a few of his movies on my shelf here. So just, one of those things. And then I have Hairspray. Now, this is not the original Hairspray, but it's got, it's got some of my favorite actors and actresses in it. It's a musical. It's just so comforting, and it talks a lot about some like really important historical events that are still really relevant today. Y'all, I am so sorry about the like camera angles. Howl's Moving Castle. Now, if you guys are a fan of Studio Ghibli or Ghibli, however you want to say it, this will be on like one of your top lists of like favorites, okay? It's just another comforting, good storyline type of movie. Okay. Jennifer's Body. You guys, this movie, I have such a crush on Megan Fox and Amanda in this movie, and in some of their other movies as well, but like, this is just, it is so good. It is so good. Okay, and while we're on this topic, actually, I'm gonna highlight as well John Tucker Must Die. It is so, it is just, it's kind of funny. It's really like revenge of like exes. It's just really good. Legally Blonde. I actually have Legally Blonde 1 and 2 in this disc. And it's, you know, it's a classic. It is just, it is so awesome. She's so kick butt in it. And that kind of covers it for this row. I do have Lord of the Rings. I have watched them just recently, like all in order. Just because I had watched them like kind of spread out. So, you know, and I think they were pretty good. I think for me personally, though, I don't have the attention span to really appreciate the Lord of the Rings franchise. Same with The Hobbit. As you notice, I'm actually missing one of the Hobbit movies. So that really sucks. But it is what it is. And as you guys can probably notice, actually, I have quite a few, like, childish movies on my shelves. These are mostly, I will say, my collection mostly comes from, like, nostalgia and, like, a sense of comfort. So, just keeping that in mind, let's see. On this shelf, I will say Mermaidia is pretty good. It's so good. But Ophelia, I have not seen a lot of people talk about Ophelia online that much. And it's a telling of Hamlet from Ophelia's point of view. And Daisy Ridley it's just brilliant. The casting in it is brilliant. The acting in it is brilliant. It's beautiful. It is just so good. Okay. Ponyo, classic. Such a classic. Let's see. Practical Magic was also a really good one. This one is pulling out both just because it has that like lip on it that kind of grabs there, but it is such a classic. Or I say a classic. It's just so comforting. It's got like magic in it, and it's got witchcraft in it, you know, it's just cute. The Princess and the Frog is awesome. I mean, no words need to be spoken about it, really. Oh, okay, y'all, Rocky Horror Picture Show. If you guys haven't seen this, you guys are living under a rock. It's just so good. It is so good. I had to have a copy of it for myself. It's just beautiful. It is just so beautiful. Okay, and then I love this movie. It's one of my Scooby-Doo collections, or a part of my Scooby-Doo collection. This one is The Goblin King, and it's just, this one exudes such comfort, and like, it's such a throwback. It's just so good. It has, I've only seen it like once, and it easily became one of my favorite Scooby-Doo movies. Now, continuing my Scooby-Doo collection, I have the live action Scooby-Doos here, which it's just I mean, these are classics. Um, let's see. On this shelf, okay, so it's not really marked, but this has Shrek 1 and Shrek 2 in it. Just because Shrek is awesome. And I also have Shrek the Third here. Okay. Let's see. Spirited Away. If you guys haven't seen it, really recommend. It's pretty cute. Let's see. Sweeney Todd, the Demon Barber of Fleet Street, is really good. These two, excuse me, Tales from the Earthsea and The Tale of Tilly's Dragon are just kind of iffy. They're just kind of iffy. I don't really care for the art style on Tales from Earthsea, and then the storyline itself is just kind of like boring. Let's be real. This one is just a cute little kids show. I didn't really realize that when I was getting it. But it's definitely like, if you guys remember Miss Frizzle, oh, what is that show? The Magic School Bus. It kind of gives me like Magic School Bus vibes, but like differently. Of course, Tangled. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. It's just really cute, really comforting. Let's see, what else on this shelf here? Oh my gosh, okay, Vampire's Kiss. Vampire's Kiss is one of, like, my favorites. It's just dumb and just kind of funny, to watch. It's, I don't even know. I don't even know how to put it, but going on, let's see. On this shelf, we have Without a Paddle. That one's pretty good. Zombieland is one of my favorites as well. I really love the acting in it. I just thought it was like a dynamite cast. I thought it was, pretty cute. I didn't care for the second. It just kind of was bland to me that much, to be real. Let's see. Flowers in the Attic. It is such a messed up, like, franchise type of situation. I will say this. I do not like the fact that they got so many different actors and actresses to play the same roles. Or, how do I put this? To play, like, the children. They basically had a new cast every movie. And that was, it was okay. It showed the growth a lot, but it was just kind of like, I didn't realize who the characters were until later on in the movie when they would do like a flashback. Okay. So moving on. 9, it's just cute. It's kind of sad. Let's see. Of course, as you guys can tell, I'm a bit of a fan of my Twilight series or my vampire movies. These were just movies that got me through like middle school and high school. I recently, though, I picked up Destination Forks, The Real World of Twilight. Hang on, there we go. This is basically just like an interview of people from Forks, like the actual place of Forks. And I thought it was pretty cool. It just kind of tells like the impact that the Twilight Saga had on Forks and of the people that had been like living there and all of that good stuff. The Magic Sword / Sword of Lancelot. It's a 2-film collection. These movies are probably the oldest ones on my shelf. Like completely, I think, actually. And they're cute. The storylines are okay, but they're just kind of cute. But whatever. Moving on. And yes, there's my little dinosaur guy. He's really cute. But moving on, these are my unwatched discs. And most of them, as you notice, actually, they're all just series. I did recently start watching Steven Universe. However, the first disc was like 4 hours long, I think. And so I didn't have the patience to watch it all. So there's that. And then I've got The Ghost Whisperer. I have seen quite a bit of it. I actually just have it on my shelf as like a refresher. I just recently got this box set, and so I just thought it would be like nice to kind of rewatch it all, and I can always like skip over the episodes that I really remember, but there's a lot that I don't. Let's see. And then, as you guys can tell, I have a lot of anime on my shelf. So, like, this one is an anime, this one is anime, this one, and this one. The only ones that are not anime or cartoon is Ghost Whisperer, Schitt's Creek, and That 70s Show. Just because I've been really getting into anime, and I have a lot of anime / cartoon stuff on my shelves that I'm just really surprised that I have. So I haven't watched those yet. Those are ones that I just haven't watched yet, or maybe I've seen bits and pieces, but not all of it. Moving on, these are my completed watch list box set things. I finished Engaged to the Unidentified yesterday. It was okay. I still don't quite understand the non-human aspect, like what they are exactly, but whatever. Adventure Time, classic. Skipping over that one. It's a bit awkward, and it's just like early 2000s YN content, basically. Courage the Cowardly Dog. Okay, truth be told, y'all, I have not finished it. I watched the first 2 seasons of this show, and out of 4, there's 4 seasons, and I got bored. I got really bored, and every episode is basically the same as the last, just with different enemy characters. So I just kind of called it good and moved on. The Vampire Diaries, it's a great show. I really liked the first couple of seasons more than the last. It's just, it kind of drags on towards the end of it, like it just keeps on dragging, but I loved it a lot in the beginning, so I got the set. The Office, y'all, it's a classic. It is a classic comfort show. I haven't really rewatched it recently. Actually, it's been almost a couple of years now. Excuse me. It's been a couple of years now since I've watched The Office at all. Just because, like, it's good, but I have other things that I need to be watching. Or I say I need, that I wanted to watch and I wanted to get into. So I've watched the whole thing once. I've watched a little bit of it, a second time, but I haven't watched it recently, basically. Moving on. Gravity Falls. It is cute. It is good. It just kind of makes me happy sorry, to have this as part of my collection. And then Friends, it's also just a classic. I haven't watched it in a while either, but I will note, I am missing one of my copies, or one of my complete collections. It is the copy of Death Parade, not Death Note, but Parade. It is one of my favorite animes. It is one of the ones that really got me into anime. It's one that I kind of obsessed over for a long time until I just recently got it, rewatched it, and then lent it to my brother so that way he could watch it with his girlfriend. So, thanks, Everett. If you ever see these videos, thanks for getting me into anime. I will note as well, I am currently watching the Vampire Academy, Vampire something, hang on. It is the Vampire Knight, the complete collection. Sorry, ignore that trash. I'm so sorry. I've been trying to hide that, but anyway, I will say this one is actually kind of boring. It's you know, I've gotten through like over half of it at this point. Actually, no, excuse me. I'm on the last DVD. Yeah, see, I'm on the last DVD. It's in my DVD player currently. I'm just kind of bored of it. It's like, it's not a bad anime per se, but it's definitely just kind of like, I don't know. I thought it would be better or different. I guess I could say different. I thought it would have more vampire stuff in it rather than like a love triangle type thing going on. Though I will say, like, if you look at my content, like, romance is definitely one of the dominant features in my collection. It's like just one of those things, but it's, I don't know, I thought it would be a little bit different. So I'm just kind of going through the motions with this one, unfortunately. It is what it is. But I've got other options. Like I said, I tried to start Steven Universe because it's something that I've been looking forward to watching for a little while, and I've had it for a little while as well. But I just haven't watched it. And then I like started it the other day, and the DVD was like 4 hours long for not even the first full season. So I'm like, it is a big commitment that I was just like, okay, let me get through something smaller first. And on that note, though, I think what I will do, so the way that I decide what I'm gonna watch next, because they're all series, I really have no actual preference for what order I watch them in. So I just go eeny, meeny, miny, mo, and I go through the whole thing. And then whichever one I land on is the one that I watch. And that's how I chose Vampire Knight, and how how I've been choosing my collection, or how to watch some of my collection. I will say this though, I am like finding myself kind of like burnt out a little bit on some of the things that I have been watching. Like, anime is great and all, but I can only watch so much anime before I'm like, okay, I don't remember what human beings look like. So maybe I should watch something else. And y'all, that has happened before, and it is not very fun. It is not very fun at all. Because here's the thing, I don't talk to people that much. Like, I go to work every day, and I'm, like, mostly by myself, except for, like, 6 hours of the week where I have a coworker. But, you know, it's just like one of those things. I'm mostly by myself, and it's not a problem. It's just like I can't tell what's real and what's not sometimes. So there's that. But I'm gonna go, because I think somebody is here. So thank you for listening to my little rant about my DVD collection. And if you guys have any questions or anything, just let me know in the comments. And just know that I will probably continue making videos about my DVD collection. Also, hashtag unexpected ASMR, because, like, I feel like this is ASMR. Should I do an ASMR video about my DVD collection? I don't know. But thank you guys for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye.